The views expressed in this podcast, Champ and Tramp, belong to the host and guest, not the Champ and Tramp podcast itself. It's intended for entertainment information, so please use discretion. We're not responsible for any outcomes resulting from the content discussed.
Shout out to our sponsors for making this stuff. Nitro Lift is insane. Check out the ingredients, guys. It's loaded. I've been having great workouts, and my energy is off the charts.
There's really something different about the entry levels in this product. Spoke to the formulators, and it's not just the stims, but also has nootropics and increases dopamine levels to boost your motivation. This product gets you in the zone. Check it out, Nitro Lift by Muscle Meds. Go to musclemeds.rx.com. Let's go.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but I think when you're doing comedy, is that your intention?
I agree.
Is that your intention when you're doing the comedy?
I agree, but how many idiots show up?
Like when I make fun of you, I'm trying to hurt your feelings.
Yeah, no,
That's different.
No, I think I need it. Honestly, I think what you're doing, you're kind of doing me a favor because I kind of need that in my life. I don't need.
Why don't you talking to the mic, buddy?
Are we riffing?
Let's go. It's good. Yeah. Look at you, it's like a Pfizer.
Check.
There you go, buddy.
It's all the way live.
So yeah, Roger's scared to offend people.
No, I just said stand up. Like you just made a funny joke, right? But it was at the expense of somebody that we know personally, and I would feel.
But it's not like is it like a dig? Is that really?
No, I think she has a sense of humor, so I think she would think it's funny. So yeah. But some people. I mean, listen. How many idiots show up to comedy shows, and then like sit in the crowd? And I mean, listen. Anything goes. I always say, you've heard me say this before, comics are our first line of defense for the First Amendment, right? They push the envelope as they should, and I love it. But how many people show up to comedy shows and get offended and then start heckling the comedian? You should not be there. You should, if you're sensitive, you should never go to a comedy show.
Yeah, because nothing. Is that your right?
No.
Is that your freedom of speech?
No, because there's a time and a place for freedom of speech, and it's not in a private entity. In a public forum, yes, I would agree. And even in a public forum, you can't get on without a permit. You can't get on like a megaphone or anything like that. You have to have a permit.
Oh yeah. So if I go outside of my block with a megaphone, and someone gonna stop me?
Not you, because you're an MMA fighter.
No. I mean seriously, no. Like who would stop me?
Yeah, the neighbors call the police, and cops will show up, and they all know you and be like, hey man, Frankie, let's sign my shoe, and yeah. They would be like, "Yeah, bro, just you get this guy across the street bitching." But yeah, I think you need a permit to have like a megaphone and shit like that. But I'm saying comedy clubs. Well, first of all, I guess what I'm saying is society is way too sensitive. If you're going to a comedy club, you shouldn't take anything personal they say at all because comedy knows no bounds, right? You agree with that, right?
I mean, if I've seen some people, because like some comedians, not all, they like to go after like a fresh death or something like that, and they're like, or it depends. If one thing's funny, then it all has to be funny.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So if a joke is offending you,
have you ever cringed at anything? I can remember right after 9/11, there was a comedian ripping on the people that were jumping out. He was making, and I was like, oh, bro, if there was ever a too soon.
Well, Ari Shaffir, right? Ari Shaffir said something about Kobe, like right away, like after Kobe, and like in LA, it's like, it's a taboo,
right.
And that's the kind of his thing. Like whenever something like that, he's the first person to put something out publicly. But that's comedy to him. He thinks it's funny. You know what I mean? He's doing it for fun. He's doing it to like hurt anybody's feelings. No, I mean, but imagine.
Well, I mean, he has to know it is, but I don't think that's probably his goal, right?
No.
Yeah.
Or
maybe it is. Maybe
that's
he's
part
a
of
sick
the
fuck.
comedy of it. The irony of it. I guess.
Right. But I don't think it should be limited in any way, ever. It is
freedom of speech, yeah. No,
it shouldn't be limited in any way, no matter if you are offended or not offended. Even if I took something personal, you know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you what, Twitter's I definitely cringe on Twitter sometimes.
Yeah,
you'll see someone's post like, "Damn, bro, how is this person saying that?" You know.
Speaking of that, Sean Strickland, man, he's going after that Tiki dude.
Still, I didn't see what else happened.
Well,
we talked about this last time.
I don't know if we did talk about this, but I mean, Tiki, I think Dana White actually managed him back in the day, early in his fight career, and now Tiki manages big names like Aljo, right? But I guess, Strickland is just going in. There's some alleged rumors about some girls in gyms, and supposedly he contacted the father of one of the girls that he's personally friends with. The father confirmed it, and Tiki, I guess, has been threatening to sue him for defamation, and Sean's all in. He's like, let's do it. Sue me.
Yeah, that's just a while ago, right?
It was
heard. No, I know. I'm saying,
a week or two ago. Yeah,
I know. I wonder. Have you heard anything of it?
Well, according to Strickland, he's like, every day I Google your name and nothing comes up. That's what kind of influence you have in the MMA community.
Who said this?
Strickland said about Tiki. He's like, I Google your name every day and there's nothing about these allegations or rumors, and he's like, that's just how well connected he is, and how much
to the MMA media.
Yeah,
but the MMA media, he loves going after these stories.
Usually, yeah, right? Yeah. I don't know what it is, and I don't know anything about Tiki. I don't know anything. About Strickland.
Is it true? Is it not true?
Exactly. Is it or isn't?
If it's true, it's messed up, right?
Strickland saying,
but why do you think Strickland feels like he's the guy that's got to be the police of it?
That's my question about Strickland. The dude's always in the news for something.
Well, I think he's kind of, somewhat of a social media personality, right? Like like the likes of Andrew Tate. This guy kind of like a macho guy a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. He even goes after those guys, saying they're not real men and this and that. You know,
right?
I do think he says mostly positive stuff that people could listen to and learn from a little bit. He's definitely a little bit nuts,
yeah,
for sure. But I'm wondering if he's doing this like, obviously he had past problems when he was a kid. Mm-hmm. Maybe this is like bringing up some old wounds, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna protect the next person that's maybe going through something like this.
That's very possible,
right?
Yep, that's very possible, because he does have some a lot of deep rooted history issues there with his family, but. My thing would be, and again, I know where you're going to go with this, learn from my mistakes, is you seem to be more concerned with the court of public opinion than actual real true justice. It seems
Who
like
does?
Strickland. Seems like he wants to convince the crowd that Tiki's this bad guy, rather than why not pursue some legal.
Well, true, but I think that's the first.
Or help.
But that's the first part of the legal process is getting.
But what if it's not true?
Out there. Yeah.
What if it's not true?
Well, then you can't do it legally.
I know, but then you've still tarnished his name and reputation and everything else.
I mean, he according to him, right? He thinks it's pretty true.
Yeah.
He actually said he doesn't know if it's true. He said the source is a reliable source, right?
He said, "I'm just telling you what was told to me. I'm just relaying what was told to me. Cannot confirm or deny that it's true." You know what I mean? So, but. Again, and I like Strickland. A lot of what he says, I'm like, that's my guy.
Yeah, a lot.
But he just seems, very consumed, I guess, with, staying relevant on social media.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's smart. It's smart. People want to see him fight because of that stuff.
I suppose in that aspect. Yeah. And
I don't know. Is his Twitter and all this stuff getting a lot of traction? Because that's monetary. You make money on that stuff. Like I feel like a lot of people, him, like Jake Shields, this guy Dan Blazarian. I mean, they're definitely they're always on these hot button topics, always commenting and injecting in their opinion and stuff. Which I mean, that's the whole point of social media. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of like a voyeur, bro. I just sit back and watch and listen and learn and try to learn and take make opinions based on everything I'm saying. But I think these guys make money off it, you know. And that's why they're injecting themselves.
And for me, I know the answer because we both have significant social media following. Why do? Because personally, we're both pretty opinionated. When the mic shut off, we talk about shit. Why do you stray away from talking about things that you might be sort of passionate about, whether they're political or whether they're like a topic like this, something you might have insider info? Why do you stray away from talking about on social media?
Never letting someone from outside the family know what you're thinking.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, that's kind of me a little bit. Like honestly though, like I share my opinion. I mean, maybe not my whole opinion,
right?
but you get to see what type of person I am by you tune into our podcast.
Yeah.
But do I need to go put it out on social media and like make it a thing? No, because you could find it here, you know.
Yeah.
And remember, social media is just not real either.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And plus, I think there's a lot of things that aren't just definitives. You know, there's a lot of things that will never be truly known. Like, you know, let's just talk about the Tiki thing, for example. The girl and Tiki are the only two people that know exactly what happened. And I'm sure their stories vary pretty significantly. You know what I mean? So why would I...
Which one's the truth?
Oh, exactly. You know? Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, I stay... First of all, you're going to take an incredible amount of criticism for it. You know, anything you post, whether it just be your political affiliation. If you just say that, you're already, you know, somewhat polarizing and hated by, you know, a significant amount of people, you know. And I do that to a degree, because I think you've got to be, you know, you got to have some fucking, you got to have some balls and
believe in.
Yeah, stand for something, you stand for nothing, you know. But I certainly don't try to push hot button, you know, tickets. Neither do you. You don't need, I don't think either one of us really do that.
No, I almost want to stay out of it. And a lot of times, like, your knee-jerk reaction to something, which, thank God, that's what sometimes people go on social media and they give their first knee-jerk reaction. And, like, you're like, whoa, maybe I didn't get all the information. So that's why I kind of try not to do stuff like that.
I couldn't agree more.
But I'm not that witty. Like, to Twitter, you have to feel like you have to be witty, you know, or you have to be willing to constantly put stuff out. Yep. And I'm just not either one of those guys.
If you could remove being a business owner now from your reasoning, which I know is hard to do because it's a reality, but how much does social media mean to you? If yours got hacked and, well, you got hacked once, but if it got canceled tomorrow,
I honestly,
you lost it all. Removing the fact
business
that
part
of business,
I would not care.
Yeah,
I mean, I mean, especially for me portraying my stuff, I would not care at all.
Yeah.
I don't care who sees my stuff. It's cool that my people like, you know, show my kids or show some accomplishment. It's cool. It's definitely cool to get recognition, and I understand I have people that are following along and somewhat fans of me and stuff like that. So that stuff's cool, definitely. But give or take, I could have it or not. No big deal. Right. Me watching the news and getting entertained, I would miss that a little bit.
I think that's a valid point. Is you get a lot of independent.
Yeah, news. The news is great, especially on Twitter. Right. That's where I get most of my news. Right. But even like the memes and the funny videos, the crazy videos on Instagram too. Like, it is entertaining. But I almost would be cool if it all went away.
I would get
for our kids.
I'm ashamed to say it, but I'd get an incredible amount of my life back. Yeah, because I'm on it too much.
Like, I literally,
I'm not posting. I'm looking at shit.
I know.
Scrolling through TikTok.
I know, but like I try to say, I'm researching for the podcast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, no, you're not, bro. You're just fucking dicking around on Instagram.
It's just too easy. You know, it's there because there have been points. I remember one time you said, "Oh, I looked at my screen time and it was crazy." And I made a concerted effort.
I did for that. I did that.
What did that last for? Like a month, 2 months?
It was a camp. I did it for a whole fight camp.
Yeah.
And now that's like, in fight camp, I'm like regimented, dude. Mm-hmm. So like that was easy. Yeah. And also, you know, you're busy and stuff. There's really not much downtime.
Yep.
And I was doing really good. But now it's like, oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't even look at my phone that much, and it's still bad.
I know. Yeah, I don't want to call it a crutch, but it's entertainment, you know. It's like, I feel like I can give anything up, but I'm like,
but don't you think that's a problem? Why? But don't you think
for example, porn. I gave up porn for quite a while, and I was like, why? It's there. I'm really not doing anything wrong.
You're saving a lot of money on lotion.
I'm not cheating, but in the eyes, I guess, of, you know, if you're a Christian, that's not good, and I do believe in that gray matter affecting the gray matter in your brain. I do believe in that, but I did give. So I feel like I can give up anything, but just that knowing it's there, like tapping you on the shoulder. I gave up coffee and energy drinks for like 4 months. Gave them up. Didn't even miss them. And then one day I just looked at one. I didn't even miss it. I just looked at an energy drink. I was like, nah, I don't feel any different. I just gave them up because they can't be good for you. You know what I mean?
You're all the way back in now?
Yeah, I'm pretty much back in. I could give it up again tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'd probably go back. And it's not like I'm an addict, like it's a drug or a cigarette. It's just like, I don't really feel any different. Why not? Wasn't affecting my health. It probably is, affecting my health in some way, but not noticeably. Not that I could notice.
Well, the sugar, you just want the sugar?
Sugar-free.
But that's the bad stuff in there.
It's still crap, yeah, for sure. How do you feel about coffee, though? I only drink 1 cup of coffee a day. That's all.
I drink.
They say the creamer you put in it's worse than...
Why? What's bad with milk? That's so...
I don't believe in that. It's the cream, that...
The heavy cream's good.
Yeah, but it's that flavored shit.
No, I don't put that stuff.
Yeah.
Put whole milk or heavy cream in there. That's I mean, coffee. I don't know. It ruled our world. It built our world. Coffee, coffee and nicotine built America.
Kind of.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cocaine built Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Twinkies built your waistline.
Yeah, I'm a little fluffy, buddy, but that's all right.
Were you a Twinkie guy? You like Twinkies?
No,
I never liked Twinkies. Dude.
Again, the easiest thing for me to give up in a diet would be sugar.
Yeah,
like I'm not.
What's your hardest thing to give up?
Overindulging and just like whatever I eat. Like I order brazos and I order a fucking tray for a family. And if I wanted to, I could eat it by myself.
You're big, bro. You're kind of like a family, for real. I mean, you're the mom and
At
dad.
some point, though, you're eating just to eat. You're not eating because you're hungry, and I don't think you should do that.
You're
literally just eating to eat.
Sometimes I don't eat enough during the day. I do my eating at night.
Yeah.
So like I gotta eat to eat because I'll fucking dwindle away.
Well, your system works. Obviously, you're still in great shape. But I feel like for me, I was such a picky eater as a kid, and I always wanted to be big.
You were a picky eater.
Oh, incredibly picky, bro. Incredibly.
What? That doesn't surprise me.
Incredibly.
Does not surprise me.
Would not eat a So listen, there was this family. Their last name was Barry. The Barrys. We would go stay with them. They were the
What's that from?
nicest family. Barry Manilow?
No.
What?
Barry. No.
Oh yeah, what is that from?
Dinner with Schmucks.
Yes. Yeah, but anyway, we would go stay with them. My parents did a trip every year somewhere for like 7 to 10 days. They would go to wherever, Yugoslavia, wherever. They were traveling all over the world. So they would always put us with the Barrys when we were kids. The Barrys had 7 kids, and they grew up on a farm, very, very, very low income, and literally they grew what they ate. They either raised it like a pig or grew it in the garden, and that's what you ate. Well, some nights dinner would be
what they ate. They ate or ate what they grew. Okay, that's good. All right, either one.
Some nights it would be pea soup, and again, this family was an amazing family. Like truly, they were
pea soup.
They were like the Waltons, but they would make pea soup.
Who were the Waltons? Like the
Walton family,
the owns Walmart.
No, the Walton family. You never watched the Waltons when you were a kid?
It's the Waltons.
Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, John Boy. Good night. You never saw that?
No, the Waltons.
That was great.
There's a show.
What was the dad? What was the dad on that? Yeah, it was called the Waltons.
It was called the Waltons?
No, it wasn't. Little House on the Prairie. Sorry.
Oh, fuck. Okay,
wasn't it Little? Was it Little House on the Prairie?
Little House on the Prairie. I really didn't watch it.
Well, you didn't know the Walton family? But anyway, it was the Waltons. Son of a bitch.
Bro, Have you heard of the Waltons?
It wasn't Little House on the Prairie. 2 different shows then.
What?
72 to 81.
Yeah, bro. I was born. It was over by the time I was born. All right?
Well, they were doing reruns. Stop interrupting.
Dude, the Waltons.
I lost my train of thought now. What were you even talking about? Oh, and you would have to eat whatever they put on the table. Well, I was the only one. Like all the kids, even my sister would pea soup. Go outside and play.
Do pea soup.
Bro, I would sit there.
And you'd have
it would
to
be
sit
a
there?
standoff.
Make you sit there?
They would make me sit there. It would be 2 hours. It would be cold as ice. And I'd be there 2 hours just holding my ground. Like,
wow, and they would say you're
finally, Mrs. Berry would be like, all right, Roger, you can go outside. After sitting there for 2, I would not eat it. But now I'll eat anything, bro. I'd eat pea soup now.
When did that happen?
Probably probably when I went out on my own at some point I moved to Jersey at 22, probably somewhere around then. I wasn't as picky. But I can remember like going to my grandmother's house for Thanksgiving. And I was a skinny. You have to remember, you didn't meet me when I first moved here. I was skinny, bro. I was tall and skinny. But my food couldn't touch. I got my mashed potatoes and my chicken couldn't touch on my plate. I was that kid, bro.
Wow.
I was a weirdo.
Definitely.
I really wasn't a weirdo, but I was just a weird eater.
That's weird a little bit.
It was a little bit weird. But now I don't give a shit. You could fucking make a chicken pot pie and I'll eat it. Yeah.
The chicken pot pie?
Chicken pot pie.
I honestly, I eat everything.
Yeah.
Always.
What's your least favorite vegetable? There's still a couple vegetables I'm not a big fan.
My least favorite?
Cauliflower I'm not a fan of.
Cauliflower I'm not bad. Butter and salt, good.
Well, anything's good with butter and salt.
Well, that's good for you then. Those things are good for you. Why the fuck can't you have butter and salt on your stuff?
True.
So then all vegetables are good. The string beans sometimes are.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Wait,
cook them
string
good,
beans.
Like
my favorite meal from Eat Clean Bros at Frankie Egger has string beans.
But if they're good, they're good. So if you cook them, I guess I don't know. I like them all kind of.
I
Brussels sprouts.
I do salt. I like them a little burnt. The only way I'll eat Brussels sprouts is if you burn them a little bit, but caramelize them kind of.
Yeah.
But you're right about string beans.
Lima beans.
I salt.
Those I don't like.
Yeah, lima beans are good. I
salt
the hell out of them, and they're better once you salt the shit out of it. Anything's better if you salt the shit out of it.
Yeah, salt's good for you, bro. Everything they say don't do, do it.
If the government says don't, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, what do you...
Shoot, buddy, shoot.
Have you seen that thing? It's been going... I mean, it's been going around. I've seen it years ago, but I guess it's going around again.
What's that?
Oh, Jesse sent it to us. Where he said simulation's broken.
Yeah.
Right?
Shoot.
Because they're talking about Lincoln was born 1810.
Yes.
And, Kennedy was
like
born
every
in 1910.
Every 100 years.
Yep. And then, like, he had a secretary with that name.
One was killed in the Ford building. The other was killed in the Ford car. Yes.
No, kind of something like that. But it was John Wilkes Booth, 3 names. Lee Harvey Oswald, 3 names, 15 letters. 15 letters. He got killed in a warehouse, went to a theater. They got killed in a theater, went to a warehouse. Mm-hmm. He was driving a Lincoln. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Got killed in owned by, you know what I mean?
Both were replaced by Johnsons, I think.
Yeah,
right?
both were replaced by Johnsons. All right. What do you think? What's that? What do you think? Just that is that much of a coincidence?
I do. I think that is.
Or do you think? Why would they think that simulation is broken based on that? It's literally the same story over again. They're like, that computer program writer was a little lazy on that one.
What do I think? Just based on that, I think it's a big stretch, to say that it's something bigger than that. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. Dude, I mean, yeah.
There's not enough proof there for me.
Is there anything else like that, though? Like a historical event that you could... 2 different historical events that you could kind of do the same like type of, years or...
Probably not. Not that I could think of. There are historical events that are well documented that I can
are similar. You're saying?
No, that I can say honestly now I do not believe happened, like the moon landing, for example.
Oh, I've seen that stuff. Yeah.
I personally don't think that happened. That's just my personal view. I don't think we ever landed on the moon. The other one that has me thinking. I'm not saying I believe it, but has me thinking a lot more. And there's so much. I don't know about you.
Yes, that's scary.
I know. And I'm sure it pops up on my feed all the time because I watch a significant amount of it. So it's like new information all the time. But flat Earth, man, it's like everywhere, bro. It's everywhere. Come on, ice walls.
But dude, just
firmament.
You see the moon, right?
Yes, I do.
You see it. You can see Mars.
I don't know how many miles away it is. Do you?
You can see Mars.
From looking at it.
You can see Mars from.
It's round, yeah.
Yeah. Why would we be any different? Like water. When water falls out of the sky, what is it? What is falling? Like a raindrop, right? It's round, right?
Teardrop.
A teardrop, raindrop, same thing, right? Round. It's pretty round.
Okay.
Right?
Kind of, yeah.
I mean,
roundish.
Spherical.
It's spherical.
It's spherical. Okay.
It's pointed on one end.
All right. It's not flat.
Okay. It's like a comet, really.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know. I'm no Bryce Mitchell. Okay.
I like that guy.
Oh, he's awesome.
I love Bryce.
Hey.
I mean, listen, he believes something in his soul, but it's obviously from his very religious background, right? He believes it deeply, and he preaches about it.
Yeah, I just I don't know.
I'm unconvinced of a lot. I'm not even convinced. Again, the moon landing was fake. I'm just in my own mind. I've seen enough where I believe it was fake.
Yeah, the moon landing. Yeah, I believe we have not been back since like that, or we went back. We went a couple times after that, but we haven't been back since. Oh, the technology's lost. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean the technology's lost?
Yeah.
You forgot to do the math, like the formula. You forgot to do the formula. What does that mean, though? Seriously,
they were storing the information in Hillary's emails. They just lost it.
How about that, though? Since you turned it to politics,
political.
Whatever.
Sorry. Said we were going to steer away from that.
I know.
Go ahead, buddy. Let's piss off some libs.
Listen, let's talk Jesse talk a little bit. Okay, all right. You see how RFK obviously kind of suspended his, not really though, only in certain swing states he suspended his presidency or his running, whatever you call it.
Give the nod to Trump. Yep.
And he's backing him, right? He endorsed him, and he's gonna be like his health guy. So like,
I think he should be.
Is he really gonna go after the big pharma and go after our water supply and the poisons in our food? Like Jesse's always talking about, this is the Great Awakening. This stuff's gonna change. Is it really gonna change with this guy? You know what I mean?
I don't know, and the reason I say that is he's unproven. That's why everybody's like, "Why are you voting for Trump?" Because he's proven. He said what he was going to do. He did it.
Unproven.
He's never been in that position as a health administrator or a health secretary.
He's the only guy talking about it.
Right. So will he do it? I don't know because he's unproven.
Is it possible to do?
Is it possible to do? I think it would be very hard because of the amount of money that Big Pharma has. But I think it would be a good start.
I mean, yeah, and you see Tulsi Gabbard,
former Democrat.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're both Democrats, right?
Yes. Candace Owens.
Wasn't Trump a Democrat, actually? I think first.
I believe he was,
yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Right, yeah. Yep. Did you see the thing about the Vatican with the popes on the wall? There's only one slot left on the end of it after our Pope now.
Why?
Who's the Pope now? Pope, not...
Francis.
Francis, yeah. Who was last? John Paul?
No, Benedict, yeah.
Benedict.
He was the one from Argentina,
Benedict
right?
Arnold?
This guy's from Argentina. He was from Germany. Benedict.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they say that the guy was on Rogan talking about it. There's only one spot left, and they say after that is the end of days.
Who said this? What guy on Rogan?
I sent it to you.
The end of days? I'd never heard this.
All right,
Right? Have you heard this ever, though, before this guy?
I heard it one other time. I send you a lot of shit, so probably hard to.
Because I haven't heard one person talking about this one yet. You know what I mean? So
maybe I texted to you. I thought I sent it to you right here. This guy.
Someone just said, Billy Carson.
You want to hear something terrifying? So the prophecy of the popes. This book in the Vatican archives, right, predicted every single pope from 1143 all the way to our current pope. But the scary thing is, after Pope Francis, the last one, it just says Judgment Day.
So it literally ends after Pope Francis?
Yes.
That's fake. That's AI.
AI?
Yeah.
But is that him saying it?
No.
Neither one of them are saying it?
No, it's fake.
Neither one, okay.
They're getting good now. They're getting good.
They are getting good.
Roger got had by the AI. So where else did you hear this, Roger? In one of your fucking Twilight dreams? What the fuck?
So he was never on Rogan.
He was on Rogan.
They're
yes.
just.
This didn't happen. I could tell. I just could tell it's fake.
Yeah.
I can.
Listen, it probably is.
He wrote about to the halfway mark was 422.
You can tell when Rogan talks. It's fake.
Well, you got to see their mouth if it syncs up, and they don't show their mouth.
Yeah.
Then you can't tell.
Right.
So I want to see when he actually talks. Because if they just do a quick shot of him,
you can tell how it's so choppy.
Yeah, well, they're showing too much of this.
How good? How good
is that crazy?
Get, though, man?
So is there no truth to this at all? There is not one spot
I
left?
don't know. I don't believe. I don't know. I heard that most of this podcast. I don't remember hearing that.
Yeah, that didn't match up with his lips right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, all right. Well, if that is not true.
Sorry, Raj. Sorry to
it was the
disappoint
end of days
you, buddy.
coming? Yeah. Every 2,000 years.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't hear my wife talking about it, so I was like, I don't know how true that is.
I got to see the comments and see if everybody's like, that's fucking AI, because that was a good call on your part.
Come on, bro. I'm Mr. Yeah.
I see one. That is AI.
Not even AI. Look at the way I. No, what does it say?
Billy Carson spouting nonsense as usual. Well, apparently he never said it, so.
They're not all as smart as Roger.
There's only one that said AI other than you, pal. You're good. But I do believe you're right. That is probably AI. You got to watch the mouth.
When have I not been
wrong?
Raj?
Maybe asking me if I wanted to do a podcast with you and be your podcast partner. Maybe it wasn't your best call. You ever play the game Fuck, Marry, Kill?
I mean, no. Like,
do you know what? You obviously know what it is.
I do.
Doesn't
So
take
you have to give 3. You have to give 3.
Yeah, let me give you 3.
Give me 3.
Right,
Give me 3.
let me
And this is just obviously for podcast purposes. For
Yeah,
anybody's
yeah, of
listening.
course. You're married. You're a happily married man. So it's
I'm not going to kill anybody.
It's
No. Get it?
this is for humor.
Yeah.
All right, Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, and Brittany Griner.
Oh my
Go ahead
God.
and give me your reasoning why.
I'll F Kamala.
I want to hear you break
I'll
this
F
down.
Kamala.
Why? Because you
I
like
think
those
she probably-
titties?
Oh, she's probably why.
Yeah. Well, she blew herself.
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it.
She probably fucking
Yeah.
stuck the top. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who's the other one?
Brittany Griner, Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, I'll marry Nancy. She got some money and she looked like she's about to be done. You know what I mean? So
I like your reasoning.
she's about to be
I
done,
like your reasoning.
and-
You're gonna kill. Oh God.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nothing wrong. Nothing against you. It's
You
just
gotta do
that
it.
I don't want to fuck you and I don't want to marry you. You know what I mean? So short end of the stick on that one there, Britt.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I like the way you worked through that. in your
Hey,
head.
that was pretty good.
That
no?
wasn't bad.
That
It
was-
wasn't bad.
You got another one for me?
Wasn't no.
No, that was it. Is that like?
I just didn't know. Everybody's played that game. I was like, Frankie's had to play that at some
No,
point.
I never did.
You never played it? Oh, talking about RFK, I heard him say, again, tell me this was AI, but I think I heard him say this on Rogan. Maybe it was AI. But autism in 1966 was roughly 1 in 10,000 kids would have it.
Wow.
Now it's 1 in every 34 kids. So roughly 60 years later.
So what is it though?
What causes it?
What is it? Yeah, I mean, there's so many things.
Food,
that
water,
are,
air.
Right.
That's what I would say.
Well, food,
What
water,
you consume.
air, what gets injected in us as well.
Exactly.
But like so much stuff wasn't around
Correct.
back then.
Correct.
That's around now. So much. So it's hard to really pinpoint it
Exactly.
to be for sure, right?
Well, it's things that are, it's foreign bodies that are being ingested in some way or injected in some way, for sure, that are causing it. And I mean, if you want to get technical about it, we should bring Renee down here. But essentially, there are a lot of children that can't process like heavy metals and things like that, right?
Yeah.
And therefore, they're affected in a very,
It's just weird, man, right?
yeah, very weird.
How it works. It's not like yeah.
But we were, he was saying that it's not only a lifetime thing for the child, it's a lifetime thing for the parents.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah, it's
those numbers should be.
there's got to like, you hear people have had success stories of coming back from it, right? So hopefully they can keep doing research, and that's the problem though, is they don't want to admit what's causing it. And we've really they probably don't 100% know for sure what's causing it.
You think so?
I mean, or maybe
No, I don't think so.
yeah. So anyway, but I'm saying if we can get
the profit
a
margins.
good effort, like everybody, like obviously vaccines did some good,
Sure, I
Right?
think there was
Come on.
there's a place and a time, I believe. Yeah.
right? They had to have, right? I mean,
Yeah, there's
it was-
outbreaks that happen.
Yeah.
There's plagues. Sure, I think there's a place and a time.
But I think
I don't think just to blindly inject.
with the science we have nowadays. Why can't we like panel people and make sure like I'm sure your vaccines for you are not going to be the same vaccines for me. It's just probably very costly.
Did you see the doctor that Tucker interviewed? The woman, I forget her name, but he said, "I think you're going to change the world." She walked away from her practice because she said ethically she couldn't do it anymore. She paid $500,000 for her education, and she said my parents threw me a party actually, and he was like, well, "They sound like amazing parents. Throw you a party to leave something that we were probably making, hundreds of millions over a course of time, and something you'd invested your whole life in." She said, it was an ethical thing. These people are just about profit. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but and doctors are programmed to not buck the system. Just this is what you're taught. And
But I mean, like how? Like when are people going to get hip to it? That's the problem. Is everybody's just so.
well, again,
Everybody's just a follower.
again, we were talking about the negative sides to social media. I would think one of the positives would be that there's some information out there that you
Yeah,
can,
but like if you
can get from
I
social
know,
media.
but if you put something out there, you get tacked by the other side.
Sure.
It's like every like hot button topic is so polarizing that if you believe one thing, there's that there's just as many people that believe the total opposite.
Correct.
Right?
But how do you pass along information? You have to be a risk taker.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't know anything if it wasn't for really social media. And
I just feel like
during COVID.
Well, even you. I don't know. Well, I guess social media. But I'm in the fitness industry in a way. That helps.
Oh,
that helps. Like I'm in the know of a lot of things that a lot of people aren't.
For sure.
Think, you know?
For sure.
Just by chance, really.
Well, don't you think some of it is common sense?
I mean, a lot of it is, but if you're never exposed to it, how are you supposed to know it, right?
Well, how do you look at like a health ambassador that's obese?
Oh, well, I know.
It's obese, and say this person has my best interest at heart, you know?
Yeah, bro, I know. There's kids, there's I don't even want to say it. But
well, ours, Canada's.
There's nutritionists
Yeah.
they work with wrestling kids, and they're like fat slobs.
Yeah.
Like I'm not taking my kid to a fat slob nutritionist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
It's not going to do it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that, you know?
Yeah.
If I go to eat a steak, I want my chef to be a little portly.
I mean, yeah, we're jacked, maybe. You know, something.
I want a big steak. I don't want a little 6-ounce porterhouse.
What's a 6-ounce
If he's jacked, he's probably limiting his
No
calories.
way. What are you talking about? Protein, bro. Come on. All protein.
All right.
Carnivore protein, as a matter of
carnivore,
fact.
Baby.
As a matter of fact.
Eat your carnivore. Oh, you saw the backlash with Harley Davidson, right? About the DEI. Going
they
woke.
Pushed back too.
You see the latest.
I heard, didn't Strickland sell it? He was selling.
Well, everybody. I know people personally that were ripping the emblems off them.
I'm not selling it. I'll just take the fucking emblem off. Oh yeah.
Well, there's not a lot of choices out there. If you're Indian's the only other one, really.
What about Triumph? Triumph is not American.
Triumph, but they don't really make baggers. They're English, but they're twins, and they make some.
Good day, mate. Take a ride, mate.
Yeah. But Jack Daniels, I think, just recently, like within the last few days, came out with basically a statement saying we're never doing that DEI shit.
Jack Daniels.
Everybody's pounding Jack Daniels now. Yeah.
They did some dumb shit, though, didn't they? I'm sure they did some dumb shit.
Over the years, probably.
Yeah.
Depends on who their CEO
was
is.
at the time.
It's whatever his belief is what they do,
She, her.
Yeah.
Right? Was I telling you that the other day?
What's that?
I feel like when you ever look at like an Instagram.
Yeah, I don't want to be your friend.
Girlfriend.
I don't want to be your friend.
Instagram girl that's like a porn star.
Yeah.
A lot of times a porn star or a stripper, and on their thing it'll be like she, her.
Yeah, I saw,
like,
your vagina.
Like no shit, bro. I can see your vulva, girl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we know. Yeah. I think I see your cervix.
Exactly.
Oh, dude.
What is the benefit though and I'm being serious, as a business, if you're in business, a national, a worldwide major corporation, $billion company, what is the benefit in doing that? Or is there enough people out there? I mean, for example,
what DEI?
Yeah, Harley Davidson. I mean, it was kind of the same thing with
Bud
Light, right?
Were bikes like falling apart? Is that what happened or anything?
No, people were just they're alienating their base is essentially what they're doing.
But I don't really understand though. They hired what is it? They hired people that
they want to be much more diversified, I guess, in their hiring is part of it. I think they also fund a lot of things like I don't know. I think they probably help fund certain trans. I don't know, your gay pride parade that you just did. I think they funded that, but a lot of it had to do with diversity hires and things like that. And you're kind of alienating your base, Yeah,
I guess.
If I walked into a dealership,
I would say
to buy a Harley. And again, I'm not trying to judge a book by a cover. People judge me all the time, and whatever. A lot of people say I'm not an intellectual, Frankie. Can you believe that?
I thought they judge you for a different reason.
But if I walked in and some, person with pink hair and multiple face tattoos tried to talk to me about a Harley. And I mean, maybe if I got into the conversation and they maybe
tattoos,
knew,
it's kind of on brand.
What did I say? Tattoos? I meant piercings.
Okay.
And if they knew their talking points, maybe I would enter that conversation with them. I wouldn't judge, but I've never seen anybody like that ride a Harley in my entire life, and I've been riding motorcycles my whole life.
Hiring like in the factory because listen, as long as the bikes work, I don't see a problem with it. You know what I mean? If the bikes don't work, I get it. Or like if you're in your showroom and you're only hiring certain people, yeah, it's messed up if you're not hiring the people that buy your bikes.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, but
hire the people that buy your bikes.
Well, and hire people that are in the know about the bikes.
Yeah. It shouldn't be based on what you look like or how you dress. It should be based on your knowledge.
That's why I said. That's why I kind of corrected myself and said, if I entered a conversation with that person, they actually knew what they were talking about. Maybe
I'm
I'd
down.
continue.
Yeah, you're right.
But I've never met a person like that.
Every field should be based on.
Should be the best person for the job.
How you work, how you do
and
your
the most
job.
qualified.
Yeah,
and the most qualified. Should not be. We have a shortage of this type of person. We're going to hire you for that.
You need short people. I'll be okay. If you need short people,
exactly. Well, then
how come there's never nothing like that?
If they're going to do that,
I'll tell you what, man.
If they're going to do it across the board, then you should play in the NBA.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Go try out for the NBA.
You're right.
And if they don't hire it, say they're not diversified.
You're not diversified. You know, people under 5'6".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spud Webb, buddy. He gives you hope.
I know. Well, how tall was he?
He was like 5'8", 5'9", yeah.
Who was Muggsy Bogues? He was my Spud Webb though. He won the slam dunk contest, didn't he?
He did. Like early '90s, I think. Remember Manute Bol?
Manute Bol.
Manute Bol.
His son plays, I think.
Does he?
Yeah.
He
Bol. Seriously, Bol.
No way.
No bullshit.
No
Bol.
way.
Is that true, Andrew? Manute Bol's kids, Bol. I'm pretty sure. Manute Bol. Remember Manute Bol? He was the tallest basketball player back in the day.
Oh, dude was like 8 feet tall.
Minute. I don't know. Minut. Manute Bol. Bol.
Is he still alive? It's got to be hard to pump blood that far to the extremities.
Was that right? I'm Manute Bol and Bol. See? His son is named Bol. Oh, he's not bad. He's playing in the NBA right now. How tall is he? Bol.
Oh, shit.
24.
How tall? 7'3", bro.
How tall was Manute? I think he was taller than that.
No, I don't know. Oh.
7'7".
Wow,
7'7".
7'7".
7'7".
He'd rest his dick on your shoulder, bro.
Oh, bro. One of my favorite stories about you that you told on air, but you told it forever ago. We have 18 listeners now. When you told it we had 9, was when you met Shaquille O'Neal. Tell the story again. What he said to you. This is one of my all-time fucking favorite stories.
Shaq, he was sitting pretty much like tableside with Dana.
Yes.
And Ollie went up to me, yo, my man wants to take a picture. He's from Jersey, and he's like, what's up, baby? How you doing, baby? Yeah. I'm like, what's up? What's up? He's like, let me put you on my shoulders. I'm like, let me pick you up over my head. I'm like, nah, bro. He's like, I look like a fucking baby. He's like, yeah. He's like, come on, baby Jersey, let's do it. I'm like, nah. Oh, hell no. But I got that picture somewhere on my Instagram, I think. He was like, yeah, hey, Jersey, baby, let me pick you up on your shoulders.
Bro, I wish you would have let him do that. I would have framed that and put it in
I think I was UFC champion at the time.
I would have
I'm like,
that.
nah, bro. What the fuck? Look like a little baby in your hands.
Oh my
bro, look
God.
at Manute Bol with Muggsy Bogues.
Holy shit, look at that.
Yeah.
Dude, I wonder if look at his knees in that picture. They look like giraffe knees.
For real.
That's crazy.
He needs to see a doctor.
His knees are at Muggsy's waist. That's nuts.
For real.
That's crazy.
It's nuts are on his chin.
That's insane, man. That the two of those play in the same league.
I seen, yeah. They're the same race. Or human. You know what I mean? They're both humans. It's like a Chihuahua and a Great Dane.
Yeah. Crazy. Can I put you on my shoulder at the end of this podcast? Take a picture?
I don't think you lift me up no more, Rod.
Probably not.
You might need a bacchiotomy after.
Probably not. What else you got for us, Franklin? Talk to me, Goose.
You heard about Robert Kennedy Jr.? You found out all he needed to do was clear his throat. It would be all right.
Can you imagine if it was that simple?
What is it
that he had?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're pretty good at accents.
That's a hard fucking one.
Oh, the other thing I had here as a note, talking about DEI. Sorry, DEI, and that woke shit. Do you see Delta is no longer addressing, like when they call you to the gate, no longer addressing people as ladies and gentlemen because it's not inclusive enough.
What?
They're no longer addressing
What are they
people.
saying?
I don't know, but it's not ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Like, what the fuck are they saying?
I don't know.
Hello, Flyers.
Yeah, maybe
Right?
that. Maybe that.
Welcome, Flyers. All the people out there flying in the sky. Then there's no men. Is there a men's room and a woman's room?
I don't know. In the airport? I think
No,
there
on
still
the
is.
plane.
Oh, no. It's unisex.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Idiot.
I am an idiot. But opening school September 9th.
Dude, pump for you.
Yeah.
I know I said this a couple episodes ago. I know, the stress level has been high for you. Just so much running around, so much money invested. You said the word bleeding out, which is true. But it's got to be exciting, man. The end goal is there finally.
Yeah, we're right here. Pretty much everything.
Knocking on the door now.
Doing our pre-sale. Everything's going okay with that. Pretty good with that. And
not throwing anybody under the bus yet.
yeah. No, it's. I mean, the response from everybody's been great.
Yes.
That's been great.
Yep.
I've been in there a lot. Obviously, we're meeting people like some people that did our pre-sale and stuff. Feeding geese and meeting kids and meeting families. So it's been cool.
That's awesome.
Today I was there. I was waiting for a delivery that never came. 10 to 2. I was at my school. I said I brought my kettlebells. I did workout in there. Ran sprints in the parking lot and stuff. And I'm in there and I'm like, damn, I wish I did this sooner. You know what I mean? Like, I have my own, like, working out in my own gym.
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
But, like,
that's amazing.
I could never do it. I'm I wish I did it sooner, but I know why I didn't. You know what I mean?
You were focused on your career.
Yeah. And I'm kind of an all or nothing type of dude. So now I'm all in on this. So I'm excited for the next chapter.
We're used to saying to people on the couch, shout out where people can find you. But if someone wants to, do a pre-sign up for your school or just check out your school, your website.
FrankieEdgar.com is the website.
Yep.
Pre-sale will be going on for a few more weeks, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's Iron Army Academy on Instagram.
It is iron.army.academy.
Okay.
On Instagram. Yep. And
yeah, if you guys want to get he's been posting.
I believe I'm gonna put it out. Fuck it. Believe we're gonna do a big grand opening October 4th.
Awesome.
So
Saturday?
mark that on your calendar. Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah. Do a little parking lot party. I might do like a dunk tank. Let's fucking dunk Raj.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I want to get a punching machine. Maybe.
October might be a little cold.
No,
I don't know if I'll do that.
October 4th.
Come on. Water? Sitting in water?
You'll be all right.
But I see you've been posting like I don't know if I'm saying this right. Tutorials. You've had a lot of kid engagement. Your own kids have been in there, relative kids or whatever. Cool stuff, man. I mean, I just have known you so long, but it's cool to see you take on this role as like a teacher and just see this very calm, demeanored Frankie, and your teaching style. I can tell it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be just the way you were kind of narrating that whole thing that you were doing in there. And
it's fun, dude. I've been teaching. Like, that's what's great with wrestling, even jiu-jitsu, As soon as you learn something, you're teaching it to someone else, you know what I mean? Right. So, especially, being under Steve, he was always like, I was always his, they call it uki in jiu-jitsu, but I was always his drill partner, his dummy, when he was showing stuff. So, right away, that helps you become a better, better student first, But now that I'm in the teaching role, it's cool. And, it's fun. I can't wait to have a bunch of little kids in there running around.
Awesome.
And the little kids they're fun, dude.
That's awesome.
I'm going to kindergarten. You know what I mean? They just say the funniest shit.
I like turtles.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Raise some champions in there too, man. You can kind of pass the torch with that.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited to see. Yeah, we'll see. I just want to make a good atmosphere for people that want to train and get healthy. Learn some self-defense. Yeah. You want to be a world champion? We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
I would think you obviously welcome kids that just want to do it for fun and exercise, and I would think that eventually you'll start to see some little champions in there as well. But I would think you have an eye for that, right? It's probably at that young when you don't have. I'm guessing, I don't know, but at that young when you really don't have a refined skill set yet. It's more the mindset, right? I would think. Like you can probably pick that out of a kid, right?
Yeah, well, if a kid's not, especially at the youngest age, it's tough to say how good they'll be at anything. But if they're not scared of contact, and then like, all right,
get after it.
You got the ability.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's awesome. Yeah, looking forward to it, kid. Man, my kids will be in there very soon. So
yeah, hell yeah. September 9th.
Let's go.
Sit.
All right, Franklin. I think we can go give that a wrap, right?
Solid go.
All right, pal. Hey. Appreciate you, man.
You too, buddy.
Kazadich.
What's up, guys? Make sure you follow us on your favorite podcast platforms. You can find the links in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and share it with a friend. Your support keeps us growing.